I stood at the altar, staring at the doors of the hall as soft music played. My hands trembled around the bouquet I was supposed to give Emily. Every second felt longer than the last. Guests whispered excitedly, cameras flashed, and my heart pounded like a drum inside my chest. Marcus leaned close and whispered, "Relax, man. You look like you're about to faint." "I feel like I might," I muttered. "Is Emily late?" Marcus checked his phone. 5 minutes late. That's normal. Brides do that dramatic entrance thing. I hate dramatic entrances. Marcus chuckled. "Too late. You're marrying one." The doors finally opened. Everyone stood. My chest tightened as Emily walked in wearing a white dress that looked like something from a dream. For a moment, I forgot to breathe. "She looks beautiful," Marcus whispered. "I know," I said softly. Emily walked down the aisle slowly, but something felt wrong. Emily wasn't smiling. Emily's eyes looked distant, almost cold. I whispered, "Why does Emily look like Emily is going to a funeral?" Marcus frowned. "Maybe nerves?" Emily reached the altar and stopped in front of me. Silence filled the room. "Emily," I whispered, "are you okay?" Emily didn't answer right away. Emily looked at the guests, then at my parents, then at Daniel standing beside them. My stomach dropped. Emily took a deep breath. "I can't do this." The room froze. "What?" I said, barely able to hear my own voice. Emily spoke louder. "I can't marry you." Gasps echoed everywhere. My ears rang. "Emily, this isn't funny," I whispered. "What's going on?" Emily shook Emily's head. I tried to ignore my feelings, but I can't lie anymore. My hands went cold. "What feelings?" Emily turned toward Daniel. "I'm in love with Daniel." The world stopped. I laughed weakly. "Nice joke. Really funny. Tell everyone the truth now." Daniel stepped forward. "It's not a joke." My chest tightened painfully. "Daniel, stop." Emily grabbed Daniel's hand. "We didn't plan this, but we can't hide it anymore." I felt like I couldn't breathe. "You're serious?" Emily nodded. "I'm sorry." "Sorry." My voice cracked. "Emily, this is our wedding day." Daniel said quietly, "I never wanted to hurt you." I stared at Daniel. "Then why are you standing there holding my fiancé's hand?" Daniel didn't answer. I turned to my parents. "Mom? Dad? Say something." My mother sighed. "We knew for a while." My knees almost gave out. "You knew." My father crossed his arms. "Daniel deserves happiness too." "Deserves?" I repeated. "So I don't." My mother said softly, "You'll understand someday." I laughed bitterly. "Understand what?" "That my family replaced me." Emily whispered, "Please don't make this harder." "Harder?" I snapped. "Emily, you just destroyed my life in front of everyone." Guests began whispering loudly. Cameras flashed faster. Marcus stepped forward. "This wedding is over. Everyone leave." Emily pulled Daniel toward the exit. "I'm sorry," I shouted. "Emily, don't walk away from me." Emily didn't stop. The doors closed behind Emily and Daniel. Silence filled the hall like heavy smoke. Marcus placed a hand on my shoulder. "I'm so sorry. I feel numb," I whispered. Guests slowly began leaving. Chairs scraped. Conversations buzzed. One guest whispered loudly, "This is insane." Another said, "I feel bad for him." I sank into a chair. "I can't believe this is real." Marcus crouched beside me. "If we didn't deserve this." "I must have done something wrong," I said. "No," Marcus said firmly. "You trusted the wrong people." "I feel empty." Maku's sight. "Let's get out of here." We walked to the reception hall. Half the guests were already gone. Decorations looked meaningless now. I grabbed a glass of champagne and drank it in one gulp. Marcus said, "Easy." "I don't care anymore." A calm voice spoke behind me. "You should care." I turned and saw a woman in a black dress. Elegant, confident, unfamiliar. "Who are you?" I asked. The woman smiled slightly. "Sophia Loren." Marcus whispered, "The billionaire?" Sophia nodded. "I see you've had a difficult day." "You could say that." Sophia studied me. "Your fiancé embarrassed you publicly." "For mes fiancés." Sophia said, "Emily and I have history." I frowned. "What kind of history?" "Business rivalry." Marcus raised an eyebrow. "Why are you here?" Sophia looked straight at me. "To make you an offer." I laughed weakly. "I'm not in the mood for jokes. I never joke about business." "What offer?" Sophia said calmly. "Marry me." I blinked. Excuse me. Marcus choked. Did I hear that right? Sophia nodded. A marriage of convenience. Immediate. I stared in disbelief. Why would I do that? Sophia said, because the media will destroy you tomorrow. Unless you control the story tonight. I hesitated. And how does marrying you help? Sophia smiled. It turns you from a victim into a headline. Marcus whispered, this is crazy. Sophia continued, it will ruin Emily's perfect love story. I swallowed. You want revenge. Sophia nodded. And you need dignity. I whispered, this is insane. Sophia stepped closer. Do you have anything left to lose? I looked around the empty hall. No, I said quietly. Sophia extended a hand. Then let's rewrite your story. Marcus whispered. Are you seriously considering this? I stared at Sophia's hand. My heart pounded loudly. This is the most impulsive decision of my life, I said. Sophia smiled. Sometimes impulsive decisions change everything. I took Sophia's hand. I woke up to sunlight pouring through massive glass windows. For a moment, I forgot everything. Then the memory hit me like a truck. I sat up quickly. This isn't my apartment. A calm voice replied, No, this is my penthouse. I turned and saw Sophia standing near the doorway, holding a coffee cup. You weren't supposed to actually stay, I said. Sophia raised an eyebrow. You married Sophia Loran yesterday. Staying is expected. I rubbed my face. So the marriage is real. Sophia nodded. Completely legal. Completely public. I groaned. I can't believe I did that. Sophia handed me coffee. You saved your reputation. I traded one disaster for another. Sophia sat across from me. You traded humiliation for power. I stared at the cup. Why me? Sophia leaned forward. Emily Carter's family destroyed my company 5 years ago. I blinked. Destroyed. They stole investors, spread lies, and forced my company into bankruptcy. I frowned. Emily never mentioned that. Sophia smiled coldly. Emily never mentions anything that makes Emily look bad. I swallowed. So this is revenge. This is strategy, Sophia corrected. And I'm part of the plan. You are the perfect symbol. I laughed bitterly. The abandoned groom becomes the billionaire's husband. Exactly. I sighed. What happens now? Sophia spoke calmly. Protection. Wealth. A fresh start. But this marriage is a partnership. No love. No expectations. I nodded slowly. That makes this easier. Sophia stood. Get dressed. The media is waiting. I froze. The media? Sophia smirked. Welcome to your new life. An hour later, cameras flashed non-stop as we stepped outside. Reporters shouted questions from every direction. Did you marry overnight for revenge? Are you in love? Is this real? I whispered. I hate this already. Sophia whispered back, smile. I forced a smile as flashes blinded me. Inside the car, I exhaled loudly. I feel like a circus attraction. Sophia said, You look like a man in control. I don't feel in control. You will. We arrived at a massive office building. I stared upward. This is yours. Sophia nodded. Now it's ours publicly. Inside, a man in a sharp suit approached. Good morning, Mr. Carter. I blinked. Who are you? The man smiled. Oliver Grant. Sophia's assistant. Sophia said, Oliver will help you survive high society. I whispered, I definitely need help. Oliver handed me a tablet. Your schedule. I scrolled. Interviews? Charity gala? Business dinner? Oliver nodded. Your new reality. I groaned. This is overwhelming. Oliver smiled politely. You will adapt quickly. Marcus called later that afternoon. I answered immediately. Marcus, tell me this is a nightmare. Maku sight. I wish. What's happening? Marcus hesitated. Daniel and Emily are telling people you forced Emily into marriage. I froze. What? They're spinning the story. My hand shook. They're blaming me? Yes. I whispered, unbelievable. Sophia noticed my expression. What happened? Daniel and Emily are lying about me. Sophia's eyes darkened. Predictable. I feel sick. Sophia stepped closer. You are not alone anymore. I stared at Sophia. Why are you being kind? Sophia paused. Because I understand betrayal. Silence filled the room. I said quietly. Thank you. Sophia nodded once. We fight together now. Days passed quickly. Every event felt like a performance. At a dinner party, I whispered, I feel like I don't belong here. Sophia replied softly, You belong where you decide to stand. I looked at Sophia. You always sound confident. Sophia smiled slightly. Confidence is a weapon. I laughed. I need that weapon. You will learn. Later that night, I stood on the balcony staring at city lights. Sophia joined me. You're quiet. I'm thinking about everything I lost. Sophia said gently, You also gained something. Did I? Sophia nodded. A second chance. I turned towards Sophia. Why do I trust you? Sophia met my eyes. Because I kept my promises. My phone buzzed loudly. Marcus sent a message. I opened it and froze. What is it? Sophia asked. I swallowed. Daniel and Emily just announced their engagement. Sophia's expression hardened. That was fast. I whispered, They're planning a huge wedding. Sophia nodded slowly. Good. I frowned. Good. Sophia smiled coldly. Now the real game begins. I stared at the city skyline while holding a tablet full of financial reports. Numbers blurred together until Sophia walked in and closed the screen. You look miserable, Sophia said. I feel lost, I admitted. I don't belong in this world. You will, Sophia replied. Training starts today. Training. You need power, confidence, and knowledge. I barely understand business meetings. Sophia smiled. That changes now. We entered a sleek office where an older man waited. Sharp suit, calm eyes, confident posture. Sophia said, This is Victor Hayes. Victor shook my hand. I've heard a lot about you. I hope nothing embarrassing, I muttered. Victor chuckled. Only potential. I frowned. Potential for what? Leadership, Victor said firmly. I don't feel like a leader. Victor leaned forward. Leadership starts with belief. I spent my whole life in Daniel's shadow. Victor nodded slowly. Then step out of it. I don't know how. Victor smiled. That's why I'm here. Days turned into intense lessons. Meetings, presentations, negotiations. Every mistake felt humiliating. During one practice meeting, Victor said, Speak clearly. I'm speaking clearly. You're whispering. I hate public speaking. Victor crossed his arms. Fear is expensive. I sighed. Everything here is expensive. Victor smirked. Confidence costs nothing. Sophia watched quietly from the corner. Try again, Victor said. I took a breath. This partnership benefits both companies. Victor nodded slowly. Better. Sophia clapped softly. Progress. I laughed nervously. I survived one sentence. Sophia said, You're growing. That night, Marcus called. Dude, the internet loves you. I doubt that. Your interviews are everywhere. I still feel awkward. Marcus laughed. You look confident. I'm pretending. Keep pretending. It's working. I hung up and found Sophia in the kitchen. I think I'm changing, I said quietly. Sophia smiled. Good. Do you ever slow down? Never. I laughed. You're intense. You're catching up. Weeks passed. My confidence grew slowly. I spoke louder. I walked taller. One morning, Oliver rushed into my office. Someone wants to meet you privately. Who? Rachel Stone. I froze. Emily's best friend? Oliver nodded. She insisted. I sighed. Send Rachel in. Rachel entered nervously. Thank you for meeting me. This feels suspicious, I said. Hakil sighed. Emily regrets everything. I stared in disbelief. What? Rachel sat down. Emily chose Daniel for security and family pressure. My chest tightened. So I was the backup plan? Rachel shook her head. Emily loved you. Loved. Still loves. I laughed bitterly. Too late. Rachel leaned forward. Emily wants to meet you. My stomach twisted. Why? To apologize. I stared at the desk silently. Rachel whispered, Please consider it. I sighed. Tell Emily I'll think about it. Rachel nodded and left. That night, I told Sophia everything. Sophia crossed her arms. You want to meet Emily? I don't know. Sophia studied my face. Old feelings. Maybe. Sophia nodded slowly. Then meet Emily. You're okay with that? I trust you. The next day, I sat in a quiet cafe. My hands trembled slightly. Emily walked in. My heart skipped painfully. Hi, Emily said softly. Hi. Silence stretched between us. Emily whispered, I'm sorry. I stared at the table. Why did you do it? Emily's voice shook. My family pressured me. Daniel promised stability. I promised love. I was scared. I sighed. You humiliated me publicly. I regret it every day. My chest ached. Why meet me now? Emily whispered. I miss you. I looked up slowly. You made your choice. Tears filled Emily's eyes. I made a mistake. I felt my heart fighting my mind. I've changed, I said quietly. Emily nodded. I can see that. I'm not the same person anymore. Emily whispered. Do you still love me? I hesitated. I don't know. Silence filled the cafe. Emily wiped tears. I deserve that. I stood up slowly. I hope you find happiness. Emily whispered goodbye. I walked away feeling lighter and heavier at the same time. When I returned home, Sophia waited in the living room. How did it go? Sophia asked. I said goodbye. Sophia nodded gently. That's growth. I exhaled deeply. It hurts, but it feels right. Sophia smiled slightly. I'm proud of you. My phone buzzed again. Oliver sent urgent news. What happened? Sophia asked. I stared at the screen in shock. Sophia just announced a massive merger. I whispered. Sophia smiled confidently. Daniel's company won't survive this. I sat in Sophia's office watching the stock market reports drop like falling stones. Every screen showed the same thing. Daniel's company was collapsing. Oliver walked in quickly. It's happening faster than expected. I looked up. How bad? Oliver adjusted his tie. Major investors are pulling out. The merger hit them harder than predicted. Sophia stood by the window, calm as always. Daniel underestimated me. I swallowed. So this is really destroying him. Sophia replied, this is business. My phone rang immediately. My mother's name flashed. I hesitated. I should answer. Sophia said, you don't have to. I answered anyway. Mom. My mother's voice exploded. What have you done? I frowned. What are you talking about? Daniel's company is falling apart because of your wife. I tightened my grip. It's not that simple. My father grabbed the phone. You ruined this family. I didn't ruin anything. You married that woman to destroy your own brother. I shook my head. I didn't destroy anyone. My mother cried. Daniel is losing everything. I said quietly, maybe Daniel made his own choices. Silence. Then anger. My father said coldly, don't come home. The call ended. My hands trembled slightly. Sophia noticed. Family pressure? They blame me for everything. Sophia replied, that's what weak families do. I sighed. It still hurts. Sophia said nothing, just looked at me carefully. Meanwhile, headlines exploded across the news. Carlos Carter, family empire in crisis. Daniel Carter under investigation. Oliver pointed at the screen. Scandals are leaking. I frowned. What kind of scandals? Oliver hesitated. Financial fraud. Hidden contracts. I looked shocked. Daniel did that? Sophia replied calmly. Not surprising. My phone buzzed again. Marcus called. I answered quickly. Marcus. Dude, things are insane. I know. Your whole family is falling apart. I whispered. I didn't want this. Maku sight. But you didn't stop it either. That hit me hard. Later that evening, someone knocked on my door. Oliver opened it. It's Emily Carter. I froze. Let her in. Emily entered slowly, eyes red, makeup ruined. I need help, Emily said immediately. I stood up. Help. Emily nodded. Everything is collapsing. I stayed silent. Emily's voice cracked. Daniel is breaking down. The company is gone. I said flatly. And you came to me? Emily stepped closer. I made a mistake. I laughed bitterly. You said that before. I know, Emily whispered. But I lost everything now. I looked at her carefully. What exactly do you want from me? Emily cried. Talk to Sophia. Stop this. I shook my head. I can't control Sophia. Emily begged. Please, I have nowhere else. I felt something inside me snap. So, when you left me at the altar, I said slowly, did you think I had somewhere to go? Emily froze. I continued, voice shaking. You chose Daniel in front of everyone. My parents chose Daniel. You all decided I didn't matter. Emily whispered. I was scared. And I wasn't. Silence. I stepped closer. Do you know what it feels like to be replaced in front of thousands of people? Emily lowered her head. I'm sorry. I shook my head. Sorry doesn't fix it. Emily cried harder. I loved you. I laughed sadly. You love whoever is convenient. Emily whispered, that's not fair. I replied, neither was my wedding day. Emily left without another word. That night, I sat alone in the penthouse balcony. Sophia joined me quietly. You're thinking too much. I can't stop. Sophia handed me a glass. Drink. I took it. My whole family hates me. Sophia said, they fear losing control. I looked at her. Why are you still helping me? Sophia paused. Because I see potential where others saw weakness. I frowned. Even my own parents cut me off. Sophia looked surprised. They tried. I nodded. They planned to remove me from all accounts. Sophia's expression hardened. I blocked it. I blinked. You what? Sophia said calmly. Before the wedding chaos, I secured your financial protection. I stared. You did that for me. Sophia replied. You were already targeted. I felt something shift inside me. You didn't tell me, I said. Sophia said softly. You weren't ready. I looked at her differently now. You really believe in me, I whispered. Sophia nodded. Yes. For the first time, I didn't feel alone. Days later, news broke again. Daniel Carter under official investigation. Emily Carter loses public support. Marcus called me immediately. Dude, it's over for them. I didn't answer right away. I just stared at the screen. Everything was collapsing, just how my old life had. I sat in Sophia's office watching the final news report flash across every screen. Daniel Carter Company officially collapses. Oliver exhaled sharply. It's over. I didn't say anything at first. I just stared. Sophia stood near the window. He finally ran out of control. My phone kept ringing nonstop. Unknown numbers. Reporters. Even old family contacts. Marcus called again. I answered. Bro, it's chaos, Marcus said. I saw. Daniel lost everything. I leaned back. Yeah. Marcus hesitated. And Emily? She's alone now. Marcus lowered his voice. Do you feel better? I paused. I don't know. After the call ended, silence filled the room. Oliver spoke carefully. Emily is being blamed publicly. I frowned. Blamed for what? Oliver checked his tablet. People are saying Emily caused the downfall by choosing status over love. I sighed. So now Emily is the villain. Sophia said calmly. Public opinion always needs a target. I rubbed my face. This whole thing feels empty. Sophia turned toward me. Because revenge never feels like victory. That hit me harder than expected. Later that day, my phone rang again. My mother. I hesitated before answering. Hello. Her voice was softer this time. We need to talk. I stayed silent. My father's voice came through. We were wrong. I frowned. Now you say that. My mother whispered. We saw everything collapse. I said coldly. So now you remember me? My father sighed. Daniel lost everything. I replied, that was his own doing. My mother cried. We're sorry. Silence stretched between us. Then my father said quietly, come home. I looked at the floor. I don't think I belong there anymore. I ended the call. Sophia watched me. That didn't sound like closure. It isn't. Sophia stepped closer. What do you want? I thought for a moment. Peace. Sophia nodded. Then choose it. That night, I sat alone on the balcony. The city lights looked different now. Less painful. I whispered to myself. I didn't destroy them. They destroyed themselves. Sophia walked out holding 2 cups. You skipped dinner. I wasn't hungry. Sophia handed me 1 cup. You're thinking too much again. I always think too much. Sophia sat beside me. You could have enjoyed their downfall. I shook my head. It doesn't feel good. Sophia studied me. Because you're not like them. I looked at her. What am I then? Sophia replied softly. Better. I laughed lightly. That sounds like something you'd say in a business meeting. Sophia smiled faintly. It is. A long silence followed. Then I said, I used to think love was simple. Sophia turned slightly. And now? Now I think it destroys people. Sophia looked at me carefully. Not always. I asked, what about us? Sophia didn't answer immediately. Then she said, "We were never supposed to be simple." I nodded slowly. "No expectations." "That's what you said." Sophia replied, "Rules change." My heart beat a little faster. "Why are you still here, Sophia?" She looked at me directly. "Because you stayed alive when everyone wanted you broken." That hit me deep. I whispered, "No one ever said that to me before." Sophia said quietly, "Then they didn't see you." A few days later, Sophia arranged a private ceremony. No reporters, no crowd, no noise, just a quiet garden under soft lights. I stood there adjusting my suit. "This feels unreal." Sophia walked toward me in a simple white dress. "It's real enough." I smiled nervously. "This is very different from the last wedding." Sophia replied, "This time, no betrayal." I nodded slowly. "Yeah, no betrayal." Oliver stood as witness. Marcus joined quietly too. Marcus whispered, "This is crazy, but kind of perfect." I laughed softly. "That's my life now." The officiant began speaking. I barely heard the words. All I felt was calm. When it was my turn, I looked at Sophia. "I don't have a perfect speech," I said. Sophia replied softly, "Just speak honestly." I nodded. I used to think I was always second choice. Sophia didn't interrupt. I continued, "My family, my fiancé, everyone made me feel replaceable." My voice shook slightly. "But you never did." Sophia's eyes softened. I said quietly, "You stood beside me when I had nothing left." Sophia replied, "You built yourself back." I took a breath. "I don't want revenge anymore." Sophia nodded. "Good. I just want peace." Sophia said softly, "Then we build it." The officiant finished the ceremony. By choice and mutual agreement. I barely heard the rest. When it ended, Sophia looked at me. "Are you happy?" she asked. I thought for a second. Then I nodded. For the first time, yes. Sophia smiled. "Good." We stood together in silence. No chaos. No betrayal. No noise. Just peace. I whispered, almost to myself, "I finally feel like I matter." Sophia squeezed my hand. "You always did." And for the first time in my life, I believed it.